Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you guys are listening to this. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Em. I am a real unschooling mother of three. I'm a couple years into the unschooling journey, so I'm now sharing my insight and my own research with you guys in hopes that I might be helping somebody out there. So, quick backstory. I'm out in my car per usual. I actually, if you check the vlog today, you'll see I'm going to make like kind of a little bit of a funny video out of it because it's just so ridiculous. My kids in the afternoon after lunch, probably like an hour, 2 hours after lunchtime, I let them kind of go on. We kind of, me and my 9-year-old, we discussed what would work because she wanted screen time. I didn't want her to have any screen time because hippie mom over here. However, in the unschooling world, it's not about what you want. It's a conversation always. So we looked at pros and cons. We talked about it. We discussed, why she wanted the screen time, what she wanted to do and how we wanted to work through that. So anyways, back to it. We do an hour long screen time after lunch. So the girls were doing that and I was like, okay, cool. I washed my hair today. I feel cute. I'm going to set up a cute little aesthetic space and really just like connect, because when you're seeing someone on screen instead of just hearing, sometimes you can connect a little bit easier. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll bring up some toys and a drawing pad and the baby will just like vibe, because every single day during this hour she vibes. She doesn't even like come over to me anymore. She just independent, plays very independently and very well. So of course I was like 2 seconds into it and she was trying to grab my iPad. There was all this exciting stuff going on and my patience was tested and I passed, except for the face that I made at her towards the end, but it's fine. I was like, all right, cool. Let's just do this later. But I guess I could do it now, but it's just a car shot and it's not like, it's fine. It's fun. It's real. And that's what I'm aiming for. But I was like, I'm just going to go out and hop out and just do, the chat. And it just didn't work out. But I tried. I tried to get you guys aesthetic content and we'll try again another time. So moving to the topic of today, which I think is so essential. And coming from someone who's been doing unschooling for a couple of years now, I have been noticing the things that I take a moment and be like, all right, this is not the easy choice, but this is the correct choice. And these are some habits that I've built, to put together a list of today's topic. Things that I think you should make a habit of if you decide to unschool your kids. So before you click off, this is not another checklist. I know how that feels. You get on Pinterest and it's like, oh, things to do with your kids this fall. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Like, wow, I do have to go to the pumpkin farm and apple pick and, do a leaf scavenger hunt out in the woods with all of my kids, even though they're all under like 4. Like, no, I actually don't like stuff like that at all. Unless you're searching for ideas and it's like, oh, that would be fun. Like finding different colors to like make a rainbow. And you usually have those cool ideas that you're inspired to do by yourself, from your own brain, from your own imagination. If it's another mom's like creativity, once in a while, it's like, that's cool. But most of the time it's like another checklist and that's just stressful. Then you can feel FOMO and you like feel like you're not doing enough, not being enough for your kids. Like, oh, all these people on Pinterest are doing this, I should be doing this. No, they're not. They're not. A couple of them that are super into the crafts are, I guess. I'm not one of those moms. So anyways, this is not another checklist. This is just a conversation. And this is a conversation that I think really matters. So as we know, unschooling isn't just an alternative to school, guys. It's a radical return to trust in your child, in yourself, and in the natural rhythm of life itself. So if you're here right now, it's probably because you already know that this path isn't linear. It's layered, it's personal, it's confronting every single day almost. It's beautiful and often, as we all know, misunderstood. It asks us every day to unlearn, to release, and reimagine. So no, this isn't another list of things to do or get right. It's an invitation, a conversation, a reminder of what actually matters when you decide to raise your kids outside of the system and inside of real life. So let's breathe into this together and let's dive right in. I have a handful. So these are the habits, in my opinion, these are the habits that you need to be aware of, and you need to kind of get into the habit of doing these things if you decide to unschool your kids. So number one, you need to be in love with learning yourself, right? So your kids don't need you to be perfect or the perfect teacher or to, be teacher-like even. They just need a parent who's curious. Let them see you pick up a book you love. Let them watch you try something new and mess it up and keep going. Let them catch you excited about ideas, about growth with something, anything, about learning for just the joy of it. Because if you want your kids to love learning, right, you've got to show them what that looks like. So I make a point to do this with my music. I enjoy drawing. I now have this little mom chat that I'm doing, which they see me working on, but I never put it before them, okay? So those are a couple things that my kids see me do for examples, as well as reading and being super into a book and geeking out over it, over the dinner table or reading it on the couch with them. So number two, never miss their, Number two, I wrote these out and, we get into conversation over here and I just forget how to read. Number two, never, ever, ever dismiss their question with, I don't know. Because when you were in school, it's like, okay, mommy, what's blah, blah, blah. And they're like, I don't know. That's a good question. Like you should ask your teacher on Monday. So, and it's so easy to brush off a random or tricky question, especially when you're tired or you might be cooking dinner or running late. But those questions that they're asking you, that is where the magic lives in unschooling. And that's, arguably, that is where all the learning happens in those questions. So instead of, I don't know, try, let's find out together. Or what do you think? Like, what do you think about that? Like, what do you think is the reason that happens? Or, ooh, that's a really good question. I'm also interested in that. Let's look that up together. Not knowing something isn't a failure. It's a doorway. So walk through that doorway with them, right next to them, side by side. And it's always fun learning. You're going to learn things right along with them. Number three, be ready to stop what you're doing and follow their sparks. This is one of the hardest sometimes and most important pieces of the unschooling puzzle. Unschooling asks you to shift your focus from productivity to simply presence. So when your child is lit up by something, be willing to pause your to-do list, not always, but often. Because when we say yes to their curiosity, what we're really saying is, I see you, I believe in you, and your thoughts matter to me. And that's the kind of trust that builds the foundation for everything else to stand on. Number four, de-school yourself and ditch the pressures. We all carry school deeply in our bones, right? Like most of us, unless you were homeschooled. Even then, you probably had curriculum or this, that, and the other. The pressure to keep up, right? We always feel like we need to keep up with whatever we're seeing on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever our friends are doing in the co-op. The urge to measure things. We love to how are they doing against this person? They're the same age. We fear that they'll fall behind. That internal voice whispering, they should be doing more. But unschooling doesn't work like that. And it doesn't work when we try to recreate school at home. It works when we release the timelines, when we remember that kids aren't machines. They are human beings. And humans learn the best when they are free. So be gentle with yourself because you're still learning too. Number five, take the extra step and slow down. It's easy to stay in the shallow end, to give a quick answer, quick snacks, quick fixes, but this lifestyle invites us into something slower and deeper. Take the extra moment to sit with them on the floor, to walk slower through the woods, to really listen when they're talking about their newest obsessions. The beauty of unschooling isn't in doing more. It's being more present. Number 6, have your own passion projects, or at least the dream of finding them. You don't need to be running a business or mastering a craft yet, but you do deserve something of your own. Let your kids witness you becoming. Let them see you chase joy, even in small ways. Painting, baking, writing, building, exploring, even if it's so messy, even if it's just a dream on the back burner for now. You're modeling what it looks like to live a whole creative life. Number 7, get out of the habit of being obsessed with your phone. Let's be honest, sometimes we all do it. The scroll while they're playing, the checkout moment when you're overstimulated, the quick dopamine hit when things feel hard. But our kids are watching. You don't need to be perfect, just aware of this. Choose connection with them more often than convenience. Be available more than you escape. Let them know that they matter more than a glowing screen ever could. Number 8, be open to their ideas, even when they're not yours. You might not care about Minecraft or lizards or whatever weird, wonderful thing your kid is currently obsessed with, and that's okay. But don't shut it down. Don't steer them back to real learning, because it is real. And when you honor what matters to them, even if it doesn't matter to you, you build a bridge, and that bridge is trust. And that is, again, where the real learning flows from. Number 9, learn from people who know more than you do. Humility is so powerful. There are so many voices out there: parents, educators, scientists, storytellers, who can help you deepen your understanding of how kids grow and learn and thrive. Keep reading, keep listening, keep growing. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to know it all. Be teachable. Stay open. That's the kind of parent your child deserves. Number 10, go out into the community. Not to check a box, but to live. You don't need a curriculum to learn about the world. You just need the world. Go to the library, walk the neighborhood, visit the museum, the beach, the post office. Say yes to the little adventures, the real ones, not the Instagrammable ones, but the real live ones. This is what learning is. And I know sometimes, especially homeschooling, you want to make your house all cute and you want to just stay inside and cozy up, and you can't do that all the time. That is not sustainable, especially if you're unschooling. Your kids need to see the real world. So you work through the good things, the fun things, and the ugly things and the hard things, and dealing with people in public that you don't necessarily want to be around, and still moving through that and connecting with a random stranger and seeing how the socialization happens. Number 11, build your tribe seriously. Unschooling can feel like you're swimming upstream at times. You really need people who get it, who won't question your path every time they see you, who celebrate your kids' quirks and cheer for their growth. Find those families, even if it takes time, even if it's awkward at first, because this life isn't meant to do alone. And trust me, the right people make all the difference. And I went through this the first probably year and a half of unschooling. I was connecting with, friends that I already had, new friends that were homeschooling but not unschooling. And I did feel a little bit of pressure. So I actually journaled this one and manifested the unschooling humans that I know now, who are my good friends. And so that one will take a little while. You have to make the space and kind of not let go of friends that aren't serving you, but, if the shoe fits, and manifest right exactly what you want. I literally manifested other moms. This was my experience. Other moms who were tattooed, unschooling, loved to be outside, very free spirit, like were able to speak like spiritually with me and have deep, meaningful conversation. And I literally found now one of my best friends, and they unschool and things are beautiful. Okay, moving on. I think this is the last one, guys. Number 12, never, ever make this a habit like today. Never, ever treat your child or make them feel like a burden. It is so easy to slip into resentment at times, especially women, us moms with our hormones always shifting and, catching us off guard at times. And especially when we're tired and touched out and overwhelmed. But our kids feel that, and they're not too much. They're not in the way. They're not holding you back from something better, some better version of your life. They are life. They are your life. And you also have to remember, and this happens to everybody, the best of mothers, it's only like literally 18 years. That is a tiny portion of your life. And then that's it. And then you have an entire life to do whatever the heck, you're dreaming of secretly at night, like journaling by a candle. And odds are you can do most of those things now. You just have to get better at time management. Of course, you'll need breaks, right? If you're not getting breaks, you're going to feel that so much. So get into the habit of, taking breaks and figuring that out with your community, your circle, your family, your partner. You're human. No one's perfect. But in the long story of this journey, let them know, like through your tone, your time, your tenderness, your patience, that they are not a burden and they are a gift. I'm always telling my kids that, because what kids hear you say, that is what they believe. My kids, I tell them that they are so smart, that they are such quick learners, that they learn so quickly and they are amazing and I love them. They are my best friends. I don't care what the world does to them. I want to build them up with the confidence, the self-esteem, and the good childhood to be able to handle that. So closing this out, again, this path is not a checklist. There's no gold star for doing it right. There's just this: choosing again and again to walk with your children instead of walking ahead of them. To slow down, to stay curious, to build a home and a life where learning is not something that we force, but something that we live. If you're here reading this, I already know something about you. You care. You're willing to question the normal. You want something deeper for you and your family, and that means you're exactly where you need to be. So we exhale. You are not failing. You are unfolding, even on those hard days. Let's keep having these conversations. Let's keep growing together. With love from one unschooling mom to another. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is the topic. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts or comments or something that you can add to this list in the comments. I know for a fact that it'll help someone. If you prefer the blog version, I will link that here in the description. And as always, if you have a topic that you want me to cover or research or to give my side, I am still kind of new in the unschooling world, but I've invested a lot of interest and dedication, my own life currently, reading, research, listening, all of the things, and I continue to do this every single day. I would love to dive into whatever topic that you guys want to discuss or know about or just chat about. So let me know about that either in the comment section or email me at dirtyhandsbarefeet@gmail.com. Love you guys all so much. Thank you guys. If you guys are new here, we do almost daily vlogs of our unschooling life and our radical living situation in a log cabin in the woods. And yeah, we're doing our life, and I love our life, and community is always best. So to quickly add on to that, I think November 1st, it will be ready. I'm working hard on this, guys, hard, but gracefully and with purpose, calmly. I'm not like freaking out and rushing and just half like butting it. But the community, I think instead of Facebook, I'm going to do the community on Instagram because I feel like everybody has Instagram. I have Instagram on my phone just for this. It's private and I will give you guys more details, but it's going to have some cool stuff in there and the ability to join the Instagram community. It's private, it's like secret, no one else has access, and we can chit chat in there. We can DM. You guys will get my mom chat on there that I do every morning before 9 a.m. unedited completely, just how it comes out on my walk. And that's a little bit of a snippet of what is coming, as well as just community in the unschooling or laid back homeschooling community, resources, relatable quotes, things like that. And I'm really excited. I'm putting this together as someone who also wants to be a part of this. So I'm not going to just make it crappy. I'm trying to make it really cool for you guys. So more on that later, but this was a nice long 20-minute chat with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I said, the blog post will be linked in the description when I get that over onto my blog. So until next week, which is only a couple of days away because this one's late, but it's fine. It was my birthday, so give me some slack. Cut me some slack. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for listening. Bye.